ká polówó ọjà ká sì tún ka àwọn ìròyìn ìjàlẹ́jàbọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà àti lókè òkun. Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá. Àwọn orin tó bá ìgbà mú ìlú àsìkò tí ó létí. Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá. Ìkànnì tó rán wọn dànù òkìlẹ̀ ó tún ta wọ́n yọ. Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá. Ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wa ìgbádùn yín láàyò tiwa. Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá. Fàájì tí ò lẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ ó pọ̀ ó tún ṣàn. Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá. Ẹ ṣe ẹ kú ìtẹ́tí bó ṣe dùn tó tún dùn. Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá. Ẹ tún tẹ́tí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bó ṣe rìnlẹ̀ gbìgbìgbì. Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá. Kìlómítà 36 láwa àgọ́wé èrò ìṣàrà rẹ̀ mọ́. Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá. Ṣíjú mélòdì ló ń kọ́ omi lẹ̀ gbìgbìgbì. Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá. Ó dúró pọ̀ létí mi bí mo ṣe ń gbọ́ ló ń dùn wọ́n mi sí. Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá. Onírúurú ẹyẹ ló wà láyé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀kìn lọ bá wọn. Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá. Máa yí kúrò jẹ́ ká dìjọ máa gbọ́. Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Boy, leave this channel now. I dey enjoy this Ultimate FM. One and a half woman at this Ultimate FM. Man, may enjoy your film. I like him, Ultimate FM. Najin daddy on English radio Motibe FM.
Apalagidi làwa ń jẹ lọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́ ọ̀nà ti jìn ó ti rọ̀ wá lọ́rùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀kọ́.
Ìyá Kàbírù dákun fún Ultimate FM yẹn sílẹ̀ bó ń gbádùn ẹ̀.
ẹ jọ̀wọ́ kó má tàn ra ẹ irú ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ lọ́hùn mi a máa já lẹ́rú.
má yí kúrò ń bẹ̀ Ultimate FM òun láyé ń gbọ́.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
àràmàdà owó jẹ́ o.
Ó mà wá ga o. Gbogbo ọjà ló tutù bí omi àmù yìí. Báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ ṣe? Tájú ò fi máa bùgbà tèmi náà jẹ.
Ọ̀rẹ́ wa àwọn ọlọ́gbọ́n dorí ẹja mú èèyàn. Ultimate FM ni wọ́n ń gbé ìpolówó ọjà wọn lọ. Ìwọ náà gbé polówó ọjà rẹ wá sí Ultimate FM lówó tí ò ga jara lọ. Àwọn onílé iṣẹ́ ńláńlá olókoòwò kéékèèké. Ultimate FM ni wọ́n ń gbé polówó ọjà wọn wá. Ìwọ náà gbé polówó ọjà rẹ wá lónìí. Ká fi tiwa gbé tiyín lárugẹ. Ní kìlómítà 36 Àgọ́ Ìwòye Road Ìṣàrà Rẹ́mọ Ogun State. Àtàjèrè ọjà lẹ́sìn mọ́ ta.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests. Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up. Nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
Good morning and welcome to the breakfast show here on Ultimate FM. It's another Monday morning, the 21st day of March 2022. I still cannot believe that this month is almost coming to an end. We just have less than 9 days till this month, is over, and I cannot wait for next month. Not because of anything. It's just simply because next month is my birthday. So that's the reason for my excitement. Not because I like April so much. I like April so much because it's my birth month. But nevertheless, I'm happy that this month is finally going to come to an end. My name is Mercy Carter and I'm your host for the program this morning. And of course, I have here with me
Emmanuel Unsi.
Emmanuel, how was your weekend?
Yeah, it was very fine.
Hope you had it. Did you attend any Owambe?
No. I had about one, but unfortunately I could not attend. So.
Yeah. You were like me. Like I was indoors throughout the weekend. I think the only time I went out was yesterday when I went to church. But aside that, I think for the whole of Saturday, I didn't even leave my room at all. I can be like that sometimes. I just don't want to see anybody. Just want to be alone to meditate and, just get myself in touch for the coming.
Scholars meditate. Only scholars.
I don't have the time this morning. All right, do us join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM. You can also like our page to get notified when we are live, to be part of all our programs. Listen to us live via our website at www.viewradiofm.com. Follow us on Instagram at official Ultimate FM and on YouTube at Ultimate FM. We're going to go straight into the newspaper review for this morning, and we're going to start with the Vanguard newspaper. Let's see what it has. Keke operator beaten to coma for insisting on obeying Soludo's order. A commercial tricycle operator in Oka yesterday got a beating of his life from a group of touts for insisting on not paying cash to them as directed by the new governor, Charles Soludo. So if you read further in this news story, there's an in-depth explanation of what exactly was going on. So during the swearing-in ceremony of the new governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, he said that commercial drivers, that is people that drive tricycles and motorcycles and the rest, they should stop paying cash to these touts that come in the name of collecting revenue. You know how they do now. So they just print fake tickets most times and they start selling the tickets to people in the name of it's the government that said they should sell.
And if you don't pay them at that point, you're not
Yes, so in the name of it is the government that said they should sell the tickets. And when the new governor came in, I think that was the first thing he said during the swearing-in ceremony, that it should stop. So as from that day, no commercial driver should pay any money in exchange for any form of tickets to any tout whatsoever, that they were going to look for an alternative means of taking this revenue from the commercial drivers. So I think this particular commercial tricycle operator heard it and he held on to the word, that kind of thing. The new governor don't talk calm, so that is what I'm going to do. And unfortunately for him, that was not his lucky day, because the touts were not having any of it. In fact, if you read the story, they said he should even call the governor. So they should call the governor and tell the governor that they are collecting money from him, that the governor does not know how things work, that he's just new, so he's not used to the system yet, that all those ones he's talking is just his own story. And the guy still refused to give them money, and they beat him to coma. So he's currently receiving treatment. So as funny as it may sound, that is actually what is happening in almost every state in this country. So everybody's just like, it's for my own pocket. And the guy, even the according to the story, they said the tricycle driver even told them that this is not a job, they should go and look for better ways of earning money. And I think that is that triggered, that angered them the more, like, so you're telling us that this is no, that kind of thing. So they just beat him up, basically. And I think it is a good initiative for what the governor did, saying that they should no longer pay any levy or anything in exchange for any form of ticket whatsoever to this tout. But just giving the order is not enough, because these touts, they are not people that are used to listening to those kind of orders. They will not listen. So it's one thing to give an order, it's another thing to put guidelines in place and things in place that will make sure that this order is being followed by not just the tricycle operators now, but by also the touts, because obviously this order favors the tricycle riders. So if you're the one, won't you accept it? You wholeheartedly say, the new governor has said we should not give you people money. But on the other hand, these touts, they're not having any of it. So how are you going to checkmate them? That should be so it's not enough to just say do this. It's about think about other things that are going to revolve around that order. What are the consequences of that action? What are these people going to do? And how can you make sure that you get them off the street? Because according to the tout, now that is like their major source of livelihood. So they just stand on the road and collect money from people, from commercial drivers. So now that you're saying they should no longer collect money, what other thing are you putting in place for them to do? So it's not enough to just give an order. Quite all right, is a great order, trying to maintain peace and maintain order in the state. But it's not just enough to say let's do this. What other things are you putting in place to make sure that this is being done?
As I would say, it's actually something that is everywhere. You see all these guys, let me put it that way, staying on the road, by the roadside, collecting money from commercial drivers, and if they are not willing to give, we have people that are in a hurry, going to work, going somewhere, and they'll just stop both you and the driver by the roadside and say, okay, you have to pay money. And the driver might be like, I'm not paying. If it's something like what he said, that nobody should pay any of them money, and it's like, okay, I'm not willing to pay, you're actually going to get late to where you're going, and you might actually lose that the customer, and just someone might just get down that you don't even have, you're not ready, and we like a cheating, you can see you allowed him to leave. So it's something that you have to enforce. When you give an order, you also enforce the order to know that okay, anybody that, of course,
anybody that breaks this rule, this is going to be the punishment, not just giving the order and leaving it like that. Exactly. All right, energy crisis, 600 naira per liter kerosene hits nation's poor. The price of household kerosene, HHK, also known as kerosene, increased by 41.4% to an average of 600 naira per liter, hitting the nation's poor hard. The product sold for less than 400 naira per liter 2 weeks ago, and the price of diesel and aviation fuel now hover around 800 naira per liter. Now the question is, what exactly is going on, and where are we headed in this country? I can remember a time that a liter of kerosene was about 150 naira. Yeah. I'm surprised that I'm just hearing that kerosene is now sold for 600 naira per liter, because I cannot remember the last time I even used kerosene to do anything, but still 600 naira per liter. And you know that, let me just put it that the poorest of the poor use kerosene. And I think that is why the headline is even more focused on the fact that it hits the nation's poor hard, because that is like their major thing they use. People that use firewood to cook, do they use gas? They don't use gas, obviously. They use kerosene. So now selling it for 600 naira per liter, and you know how these things are quickly consumed most times. So how do you expect people to survive?
When they have about 2,000 naira, or let's say 1,500 to cook, and the woman is like, okay, we're going to use this to buy this, we're going to use this to buy this, we'll buy pepper, we'll buy rice, and all of it. So when you just think about, okay, we'll buy kerosene 1 liter,
600,
then how much is left?
Then how much is left to cook the food? You know, that kind of thing. So in fact, right now, I don't think there is anything, and the price of any good or service in this country that favors the poor. So if you are below the middle class in the country, just have it in mind that you have nothing. You have nothing. And in fact, as a matter of fact, I think that this is the time that the government needs to do something urgently about this, because very soon you will just see people start dying of hunger, not because of the fact that they don't even have small money, but because the money that they have cannot even afford anything that is being sold in the country anymore. Up onto kerosene, 600 naira per liter. It is something that really, really needs to be looked into. Okay, no policeman should demand customs paper, tinted glass permits. Force headquarters warns. The police at Force headquarters on Sunday reiterated the ban on officers across the country from demanding customs papers from drivers. Acting Force Public Relations Officer CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi made this known in a tweet, just as he also said the officers should stop demanding tinted glass permits. Emphasizing that tinted glass permits remain suspended across the country, he declared that policemen are barred from demanding customs paper. The tweet reads, "No policeman should demand your customs papers except they are on joint operation, but not just on mere routine checks." He said they have also suspended the issuance of tinted glass permits, so we do not expect our men to disturb Nigerians on this. We are to stop any vehicle with tint, search the vehicles and its occupants, but not to delay for not having a tinted glass permit, especially this issue of tinted glass permit. I've even experienced it a lot of times where these policemen, say, where is your tinted glass permit and all that. But I don't think it was bad then. But right now, this is coming from the headquarters of the police force that it is henceforth bad. So if you are driving on the road and you have your car is tinted, and any policeman stops you, you should know your rights. So that is the mere essence of all this, so that you will be informed, our listeners and viewers out there. So you'll be informed. So if anybody stops you, let them know that this thing has been bad. So why are you stopping? Why are you trying to ask for they're not saying that you shouldn't stop. Regular stop and search is allowed. You see a car that has a tinted glasses, it's only normal that you want to search them and say, okay, let's even see who exactly is inside this car. But that is it. That should be it. Aside that, the police do no longer have the right to start asking for any form of tinted glass permit, same as custom paper. So the police public relations officer has said that henceforth it should stop. So if you are on the road, with your vehicle, and any police officer stops you and start asking for your tinted glass permit or your custom paper, let them know that you know your rights and you heard the news that they should stop it. So I think that's basically it. Yeah. All right, that was it this morning on the Vanguard paper. More headlines will come after this short commercial break, so stay tuned.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081 687 09103 090